Unmute! Unmute! Hello, friends. Dukes! Hi, everybody. I am here. My microphone was pushed away because I was trying to make the grid while I was doing some musics. How's everyone doing this evening? I'm doing pretty good. Just had some mac and cheese and hot dogs. We had the generic brand Velveeta type of mac and cheese this time instead of the generic brand Kraft type of mac and cheese. So so that's different. Anyway, it was yummy. Other than that, today, you had mac and cheese too? I think I need to eat more. But I had to do the show, and I didn't know what I was drawing. This happens every week. I'm like, I don't know what I'm drawing. And if I have an idea, I can't find any good pictures of the thing. So I was gonna draw someone from Doug, but I couldn't find any good pictures, and I was like, oh my god, it's terrible. So I just fell down a rabbit hole of Google Images. And hopefully this is good. Other than that, I cleaned the bathroom, booked my trip to New York, and did some dishes, and I wrote down all of the games that Fred has on consoles so that I have an idea of, well, first of all, what not to buy, and second of all, what we might start seeing in November when I'm done with all my PC games. And that's what I did today, and I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more things to do, but I did one time-consuming thing and then other things. That's what I did today. And now, we had a good Batman stream. Let me know if the music is too loud. I realize that all the songs have different volumes. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a good Sunday. I'm gonna just turn the light on because I forgot to do that. I'm gonna turn the light on and, I'm gonna continue with this grid, and then you'll see what I'm gonna draw. What do you... Ow, ow, ow. Rolled over my feet. I rolled over my feet. Music sounds fine? Okay. So I'm gonna move that here. I hope you can still hear me. I'll probably lean forward at some point. This should still be fine. You should still be able to hear me from this angle. And if not, I'm just trying to get it out of my line of sight to the book. To the book! Okay, anyway, Control 8? Ah. Control 8 is what I want. Actually, I want to bring this down further, and I'll just tilt the camera a wee bit. Oh my goodness, you stomach crotch! Hey, Mr. Harmadon, how you doing? Okay, so that looks even. For once. Is it actually even? That is precisely an inch. That is also, that's pretty damn close. It's just an illusion that makes it look like this is wider than this. I don't know if you guys are seeing the illusion on your end, but I'm not. But I am. Words? Hello? Hey Tommy, how are you? How have you been? So I'm drawing Birdman. I love that. Why doesn't my Duke's Madness look like text? Do you have GIF emotes enabled? Because that would explain it. So the one thing to note about this is that the grid that I'm looking at is a little bit bigger. Like each of the cubes takes up a little bit more space. So did you have GIF emotes enabled, Mr. Harmadon? Or are you being silly? He's disappeared forever. Birdman! And that's why we're drawing Birdman, because I used to... I did that once when I was in high school, just like in the cafeteria, and I'm very loud. And my friend Dora thought that was hilarious, so then that was just a thing that I did. I like how I just did the noise and then I was like, maybe I should explain. Just maybe I should explain. But I'm also really good at doing it. That's what, for those of you who are not familiar with the old cartoon, I don't remember if that was like in the theme song or like right after the theme song played or something. Okay. But I just know that it happened. So, I'm kind of leaving this open here. It looked fine for you before. I don't know why it's not working for you now. I would just go into your settings and see if something got ticked off by accident. Anyway, so the reason that I'm leaving it open up here is because there's like a teensy little spot at the top of this for like a 7th box, and I was like, fuck that, I'm not doing 7 boxes. Especially when one of them's barely even used. And I would have like finagled with it and tried to get it to fit. However, I didn't have time. Because finding an image to draw is actually takes a lot of fucking time. Wrong chat, don't worry about it. We won't look at your thing if you don't want us to. It's okay. Okay. Yeah! I have all the cubes now. Oh, you're supposed to whisper that. Okay, sure. Well, then we really won't look. It's fine. Okie dokie. So, I've got all these cubes now. Oh my gosh. I just started looking at what I'm actually supposed to be drawing. His feet are so basic. I'm probably gonna cry, just because it's not going to end up as basic as it is here. So I need to get into the mindset, like, it's not going to be perfect, the proportions are not going to be perfect, just do it. It's what I would like to do, and I mentioned this last time. Epic drawing though, oh yeah, my cubes are on point. My cubes are really good. What I want to do is wean myself off of the grid, but I don't know how to do that. And I messaged Chiba, who's the one who suggested that I use the grid. Oh, I forgot to put the date as well. July 9th, 2017. It's hard to write when the pencil's this pointy. So I was thinking that maybe I would put the grid on the picture of what I'm drawing, but not make a grid in the book. And I wanted to get some feedback from someone who's actually used the grid method and like ask, is that a terrible idea? Will that actually help me? Or I mean, eventually, the goal, like long-term goal is to be able to draw stuff just from my brains and put it on the page. But for now, I'm just copying what I see. And what I see is that his foot starts about here. Kind of. The red starts about there. This is very pointy and weird to me. To my head. So I'm trying to not be super nitpicky. Again, it's very difficult for me. No. Okay, his foot is very wide. I'm gonna have to make that less pointy. Pretty good at copying, but I'm worthless at imagining things visually in my mind. Yeah, some people are like that. You're just like meant for realism. Portraits and the like. So this foot is already looking very funky to me. It looks like a hoof. I guess it kind of looks like a hoof anyway. So the trick here is that this kind of goes right along the line, which is unfortunate, because it makes it harder for me to kind of see what's going on. I think I brought that up too high. I think that should have crossed about there. Okay. So I shall bring it in. I don't even know, like, what would my mind tell me to draw? I'm just not anywhere close to that yet. This looks terrible. I'm trying to just, like, let it be, and then, like, fix it later. Oh, I also wanted to show you guys, so I was looking for pictures of Patti Mayonnaise. And I wanted to show you this one. It's amazing. Just wait till you see it. Just go to there. It's fucking... That person is real good. Real good. Really good at the arts. Oh, that looks really weird. All this looks bad to me. That's okay, we're gonna fix it. It's gonna be fixed. Cut the cords around me. What is that lighting? I know, right? It amazes me. I'm starting to forget how beautiful you are. What we have is not. Okay, that needs to be curved a lot less, but I like the thigh, or like the calf arch better. And of course, I can't leave it. Yeah, I like this song a lot. It is Clock Tower Sound Remedy Remix by Noosa, Neoosa. Okay, this is already, this is starting out so bad that, like, I'm already thinking about how shitty it's gonna be when I'm done. That's bad. We can get it. I'll get it eventually. Just needs, like, beefy chicken leg. It's also kind of, this is difficult in the way that, like, Tommy Pickles got a little difficult, in that, like, at the bottom there's not a lot of detail. It's just, it looks so awkward to me. Hey Wormy, how's it going? I'm just drawing away, trying to make this look anything like that. It looks so weird to me. I mean, I guess it looks weird there, so then me trying to replicate it also looks weird. I mean, but that comes out really far, like... My brain has a really hard time with distance. It doesn't matter if that distance is real or not. I have a hard time with it. Oh my gosh, okay, his crotch is like right there. Don't run away from the crotch. You like the crotch. That seems a lot smaller here. I mean, this is smaller, I have to remind myself. I swear this is on shuffle. Okay, I had 2 trucks to unload today, which is unusual since it mostly, ouch, never happens on Thursdays. Or only ever happens on Thursdays. So you're probably pretty tired already, huh? Why? Ignore everything I just did. I do. Anyway, part of the reason that I put the undies in now is so that I could put the rest of his thigh in here. All I see is gray. Lost me when you lied. breaks my fart. Scoot in. Oh, that's better. Okay. What about his other leg? That kinda worked? Almost? He's kinda got like... Hey MC! How you doing? MC's great. Okay, I feel like that's way too far over. No? I'm insane. Okay. Oh, this is bad. His legs are getting real wonky. Okay, let's just move on for right now so I don't drive myself crazy. Okay, that's about even. He's pretty lean for a superhero. He's not terribly beefy. I guess like up here he's beefy. Yeah, well I just vacuumed a day or two ago, so it's not really the grooves and more just that I'm trying to avoid hitting the desk so I don't shake all the cameras out of position. Actually, this one can be scooted a little over because I'm hunching into the camera. This is great. I don't know, I guess that's kind of how it goes. His legs are so weird. I'm gonna add in the knees and see if that helps. I'm gonna add the little like knee lines. Well, it doesn't help if my screen goes to sleep. This is the most extreme upside down triangle torso on a character you've ever seen. Seem like they've gotten beefier? I don't know. This still looks so weird to me. I mean, I guess just objectively, like, his leg is in a weird-ass position. Like, this is not where the biggest part is. The biggest part is, like, down here. But I tried that before and it looked really bizarre. Alright, well, I'm just gonna leave that leg like that for now. I don't know how to make the leg better. But I am gonna put in the band, which kind of goes here, I think. That is way too straight of a line. When you get some curve in there. There we go. Much better. And a line across. Like so. I think it's hard to tell with the grid line going like right over. That tells me that the foot is probably a bit off. Like, I could make it a bit shorter. Like, that's where his... It's a hoof. Like, he doesn't even have a foot. He is Birdman Hoofman. Alright, well, we're moving on. Hey, Devil Scry. How are you? I don't know what that face was, but just that's what happened. Wow, wow, wow. Now, I don't really want to do the other leg, but I should. Okay, that actually is not a terrible line. So I'm trying to go over it, make it a little bit darker. Yeah, MZ, we're listening to Twitch Music Library songs this time. So if you like any of the music, just let me know and I'll glance over and look at what it is. Because no copyright sounds, I actually got muted a bunch. That's like halfway. It's like in between what I just did and what I had. It's still a little bit too curvy. Or is it? Are you? Is you? You used to watch Birdman? Yeah, I never saw Attorney at Law. I mean, I watched like the original ones. No, it's always like this because it's zoomed in a lot, so it's fuzzy. This camera is not high quality. This one is very high quality. But I don't have the money to get this camera for up there, especially for a once a week show. Oh, on Adult Swim? Yeah, I didn't see it on Adult Swim. She's just shy at drawing. Get out of here. How are you doing, Leaf? Original stuff was okay, but Attorney at Law was outright hilarious. Yeah, I've heard that it's really good. I just never saw it. Never saw it in my life. Why'd you say shite, by the way, you weirdo? What, you think you're British? Yeah. I'm doing something funky over here. I'm gonna erase his thigh. I think it's or his calf. I don't know why I keep saying thigh when I mean calf. But 5 days from the festival, really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 if you include today. You love British culture and some of the things they say are great. I agree with you. I agree with you. But you know me, I gotta take the piss. No, this is just way too far over. Cause we got a wing that comes in here. We gotta save wing space. Is that halfway? It's so hard for me to tell. My eyes suck really bad, okay? This is about halfway. I guess it's about the same. I have a tendency to want everything to go at 25-degree angles, and that's not how it goes. This is just going in the same spot now. Alright, what is going wrong and how can I fix it? Let me put in a wing over here. Maybe that'll help me. This is a very straight up and down wing piece. Yeah, oops. I'm like, oh yeah, great, and nope. I taking the piss right out LeMayo. Right out. I can't even, like, my brain does not compute that. Okay, there we go. So now that I have the wing there, and I need to... The other wing kind of goes... like all the way from up here. And then it crosses. And comes over. Okay, that all went shit. But, you know... I fixed it. Kind of. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just trying to put this here right now so that... so that I have an idea. I know it doesn't go like that. I'm talking about Earth's axis. What are you talking about, son? I don't know. Everything's weird. Everything's weird. Okay, I think that's better. It needs to be even less... And this eventually just curves and goes along down like that. And down about like that. And then over. and down really far for like his weird duck foot. The man has a duck foot, okay? I'm not judging, I'm just saying what I see. And this motherfucker has a duck foot. I think the duck foot needs a more righteous angle. If we want to get some, like, really old lingo in here. Can we? Can my hand, like, do what I want? The answer is kind of. The answer is meh, maybe? He's a duck man. Not even a real bird. Yeah, he has hooves. That's what I said earlier. He has hooves. He totally has hooves. Now is that too far out? I don't mean like far out. You know what I mean. It'll be alright. Alright, and it comes up like this. And then he's got a calf. And this calf, the widest part is like here. Which I feel like is what I drew before, but apparently not. No, it was bulging out way down there. It was wrong. Everything you do is wrong! Ha ha! Skeletor! There's another. No, I'm not left-handed. The camera's flipped so you can see it right side up instead of upside down. This is my right hand. Okay, yep, I think that's good. Here we go, he's got his other weirdo hoof. Gonna make this a little bit less pointy, and I feel like that is very slim. Okay. Okay, that is what that does. And then this one goes about there. Where's his... I feel like his calf, or... yeah, like down here is not quite okay. It's getting there. But I feel like this needs to be a wee bit wider. There, that looks better to me. Alright. Let's finish up with his, what would you even call these? They're not bracers, that's for your forearms. I wouldn't really call them greaves. That's shitty. It's like bracers for your legs, for your shins. Tube socks you can't see the bottom of. Exactly. That's gotta be it. Okay, so I just put that exactly back where I had it before. It's fine. I watch people do that all the time. Hey, Phenomena! Leg warmers? Yeah, but I feel like... I don't know. No! I really need to turn the screen going dark, like, way down, like, turn it off. You know what, let me just do that. No, not anklets. Those are bracelets for your ankles. Alright, that's good enough for right now. If I have time, I'll go back and try and fix it, but I don't really know how to fix this. It looks about as good as I'm gonna get it. This looks a little... I mean, he has weird duck foot stuff. Duck foot stuff. Screensaver. Where do I find this? Display. No. They like changed everything. I just want to make it not turn off. Change display settings. Advanced. Monitor. Okay. Alright, fuck it. I can't find it. I'm not gonna spend time. Flip-flops? Yep, totally. This is flip-flops. Totally his flip-flops. Ah, change power settings. So it was screensaver. And then... turn off the display. I have it on 10 minutes. Okay, never save. And I'll just leave that minimized so I remember to change back. Alright, we got this. Okay, so we have one more. Woo! I guess we'll just call it anklets. Even though that's not really what this is. I guess you would call them greaves, but they're not really like spandex. They're spandex greaves. Let's do his knee bumps. And the other one.
Touch the butt. Ooh, we're gonna touch the butt. Ooh!
Thank you for touching the butt, Dukes. Oops. This is over this alert. We didn't get his head. We didn't get, Hype Shrimp face. That's okay. That's me touching the butt. Yep. Everybody's touching the butt. Whoa, that came in way too far. It's like his kneecap fell off at the end. Okay, that's better. Okay, now I can move on. Now what am I gonna move on to next? Probably his stuff up here. That feels very short. I feel like maybe I brought his undies too high. Hang on. Unofficial measuring tool. Yeah, those are about even. So that's like the amount it's supposed to be on the monitor. Like I drew it the same size that I see it, but I have to remember that this is smaller than that by about 1/8 of an inch. So I need to bring his undies down so that his torso thing can be just above half, which is about there. It's very close. Your name reminds me. Well, that line went up. Let's not do that. Although I think it actually does go up a little bit, but not quite to that extreme. Okay. Okay. Now, half of this is about there. So his undies stop here. This line is way too slanted. There we go. Now it's too thick, but at least it's the right height or so. And then on this side, it scoops in like that. Cause then we got his torso and the, what are these? These are pecs. Or are these lats? This shit. You know, the part that's beefy. You can tell I do a lot of working out. Like, that is very extreme. That's a very extreme curve. That seems like it's too much of a curve, but once I add in the bicep, I think that's accurate. I think that's how it is in the drawing. That just, it looks too much. It looks like it's too much. What if, I think it's more subtle, like kind of a little bit. It looks a little better. That's... Okay. This is a very weird drawing. I feel like the proportions and the lines that are happening in the drawing are weird. And it's kind of weirding me out. gonna put in the lines because I feel like that'll help me. There's a line like right on here. No, this is too thin. That's why it looks weird, because I think this is correct and this is too far over. Okay. I think maybe that's how it's supposed to go. And it starts curving out at the top. I mean, that's still a very strong angle, but... maybe that'll go better. That looks all wobbly. Ugh. It still looks like it's too thin. About there. Okay, yeah, that has to come out way a lot. Like, how is it? Wait, how is that possible? Because I'm not measuring it correctly? Okay. So it should be coming out to there. So how did I... How did I get the underwear to be so far away? Your undies are so far away from me. And he goes, I know not what you mean. Like, just, I don't know. I keep going over these lines that I'm not happy with. Meow. Okay, that's maybe appropriate, kind of. So his undies should go there? Like, that doesn't seem right. What did I do? Like, where did I go so wrong? Alright, Wormy. Have a good day at work. Thank you for hanging out. Okay, these squares are way bigger than I thought previously. What the shit? I thought that they were... Okay, so these are... over a 1/4 of an inch bigger. That's the problem that I'm having here. So, I don't even know. You rang? A little late, Sheba. Well, that's okay. I just wanted to ask you about, I want to wean myself off of the grid, and good ways to do that, and like, how do you suggest I go about it, sort of a thing. Okay, so for the size that my grid is, This is fine. I'm just having problems rationalizing his chest. And the lines there within. The stars. I know I'm a nightmare. You're not a nightmare. I think his bicep comes out to here. This is really hard to tell. I think this is all bicep. So I was right the fucking first time. So now that you've got me on the grid, Chiba, how do I get off of it? And also, hi, how are you? Oh, sorry. The stars. Not happy with that. Okay. Grid is really just a tool to help you understand proportions. If you draw without it now, you should be better. Go back to my shrimp thing. Oh boy. Yeah, see, even with the grid, not the shrimp in particular, just that exercise, like draw a thing and then see how bad you were at drawing the thing. Because that's really essentially what that was. These wings are gonna be a nightmare. Okay, this is looking terrible in my opinion. Yeah, this looks really bad to me. It's got Mondo pecs. Like that's way too small of a pec. Okay. Goodness grapes, could I have picked something with more wonky lines in it? Oh, I'm like dreading doing the wings. There's so many lines. There's so many lines in these wings. And forget the bird. Like the actual bird in the picture. Whew! And he has a fist over here. Oh boy. Okay. Well, that looks terrible as well. I'm having a real hard time with this one, you guys. I think it's partially the fact that it's not the same size, but my brain wants it to be. That's always been a problem for me. They're all curved differently. Each line, that's like everything's all weird. I had a hard time finding even a decent picture. Why is your shit so beefy? Like, it's so... Oh my gosh, the proportions are really fucking with me today. I don't think this is gonna end up a masterpiece. 'Cause I'm having trouble. Ooh, am I having trouble? There's just so many fucking lines. I don't know what to do. There's just a lot of lines. Okay. Hang on. Just focusing a little bit. That's not a terrible fist, honestly. bird might actually be easier than the torso. Yeah, the torso, it's fucking with me. That's what I have so far. I put 2 of the wing lines because I kept fucking up the calves. Look at his... He's got a hoof and a duck foot. What do ducks have? Flipper. A duck flipper. Oh, man. Terrible. It's just terrible. I can't believe I'm doing this to myself. Oh. Okay, then no. What's wrong? Probably this. No, let me start from here instead. I have to remember that it's smaller, so I have to do smaller than what I see. No, this is not right. This comes out way too far. Ah! This is so hard. Duck flap. You know, yeah, just the duck flaps. Like, everything's weird. My eyes see one thing, and then I go to put it on the page, and it's just like, what? I don't know. I'm giving up on that part for right now. Gonna start some wingage. Some wingage. Yeah. And it goes where? Goes... back out. Not quite that far. Oops. Oops, 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 oops! It's okay. We're fine, we're doing fine. So ideally this is curving up to like there. There we go. Oops. Don't try to go over the lines that you were good with. If you say, hey, I like that line, don't try to draw over it. This is something I've learned. At least about myself. Like, don't try to replicate that. You will not do it. And you'll have to erase both lines. Okay. What is even happening to you? Okay. Okay, that's fine. I have no idea what's up with these wings. I don't know if I'll ever know. All I know is Birdman. That's all I know. That's all I know. It's way too much fun to do, especially when you get really loud. When you get really loud, it's really fun. The louder you are, the more fun it is. Just like life. I don't know about you guys, but I get really excited being loud. Makes me very happy to be loud. I think this needs a more gentle swoop. How about you guys? I don't know. I really can't fucking tell what's going on in here. I'm just putting lines on a page and I don't know what's happening. This is going to be the most approximate drawing I think I've done in a while. Like, yes, I suppose it's sort of like this. Kind of like cardboard cosplay, like, yep, that's about something. Oops. Oopsie daisies, that's the name of this show. Ah! And when I went to art school, I started in animation. That's when I learned I couldn't draw the same thing twice. And you have to for animation. You like very much have to draw the same thing. Yeah, just once is good for me. I'd like to make it look nice one time. One time, please. Yes, this needs to move over, I think. Not a ton. Stop doing that, Lecta. I tell myself not to do it, and then I do it anyway. Like, I super envy people who can just go like, and like, be like, those lines look good to me, and I'm just like, That's roughly it. That's actually fine. It's one weird falcon from the Avengers. Oh boy. How you doing, Jumpo? Are you gonna go to Birdman and say, why are you white? You can't just ask people why they're white.
Looking at my Knicks and it's about that time to go and save the world from the daily grind. Speaking of which, I kinda hit the OC for a quick sesh with my skate park OGs. Oh please, this is
Birdman would kick Falcon's ass. Nice. I don't want to listen to this song right now. We'll let this one play for a little bit. This is another cartoon you haven't watched. How old are you? Are you young? So, because I think Birdman was on Cartoon Network, at least when I was growing up. If I remember correctly, you watched Cartoon Network stuff. I am young boy. Alright. Got you. Alright, this is fairly big wingling happening. You know, fairly big wingling. It's the name of my punk band. Fairly big wingling. Young boy and fairly big winglings. That's a funny band name. Do I remember Birdman and the Galaxy Trio? They look familiar to me, but I know that I watched this, but this is one of those that was on early enough in my childhood that I don't remember details other than that he goes, Birdman! And I just used that as an excuse to say it again. Good enough. Moving on. Bing-a-ding, Diddly-dum. Okay, good enough. I'm just trying to get it down on the page. That's all I'm attempting to do currently. Weird, like, fat wing blades. And now that I've put the wing blades in, I've realized why the OG Birdman was from 1960s. Are you forgetting that I'm from EU and we had apparently totally different stuff? No, did not forget that. But you had mentioned that you had Cartoon Network. I don't know what you watched and didn't watch or got and didn't get. So this is telling me that this part is correct. Ish. Like, it's close enough. Like, his elbow's supposed to be there. But that his hand needs to be bigger. Because his bracer is supposed to start, like, basically right there, instead of curving right there. So the bracer is supposed to start there. Okay. I'm fine with that. Why do I feel like this side is not getting enough light? I have the light on. Doodaloo, doodaloo. And then his hand. Let's see if this looks okay if I do it like this. A little pointier. And I can make his... Is that pinky? His pinky a little wider. There we go. Still not... Better? I think that's better. And then this just gets like curved beef-tastic. Do you remember if I watched anything else? Both stones. Stones? Hold on, I missed stuff. Every time I hear Birdman, I think of the Michael Keaton movie. I don't know, I'm not familiar with the movie. I don't know what Stones is. Ed, Edd and Eddy, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Kids Next Door, Ben 10. Never heard of Kids Next Door, Ben 10. That's a completely different era. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Yeah, didn't see that either. My gym partner is a monkey. Never heard of that one. Alright, Dukes. Okay, Flintstones and Jetsons. I was trying to parse your shorthand. It was not working. I'm just putting in his armpit wing. No need to fear. Have you at least watched Courage the Cowardly Dog? I think I've seen like an episode. Like I said before, I'm not a big Cartoon Network person. I never was. not quite right. Eek the Cat. I remember the title. But I don't think I watched it. Post 2003? Yeah, we just had the free stuff, but I think maybe America has had more kids-friendly shows or something. I remember my dad and I watching Cow and Chicken. When I was not like super young, but I was still a kid. Ah, gotcha. Cow and Chicken was very strange. Cow and Chicken! That's how they said it. Mama had a chicken. Daddy had a cow. Couldn't say how. They sure were proud or something like that. Alright, that's gonna have to be good enough. I don't think I can do better than that. Oops! Kind of like Ren and Stimpy, but not as weird. Yeah, Ren and Stimpy was more fucked up, for sure. Ren and Stimpy is great. I thought about drawing Ren and Stimpy, or one of the two, rather. But then I didn't. Because I had already spent time looking for stuff, and I was just trying to find something quick. Leaning in for a second so I can see better. Alright. I'm not terribly pleased with how this is going, but I guess I'll continue. Alright, let me maybe... What does that come up to? A little bit lower than half. Roughly. Ooh! Bye, pencil. Also have in mind that whole 1999 was a wash when it comes to entertainment because we mostly had no power and stuff like that. I am completely unaware. So I have no idea, I had no idea that that was a thing. Is that deep enough for his chin? Hell no. Hell no, deep in that chin. His chin is basically like here. Like this is where the V ends up, I think. Kinda. I used to be able to do impressions of both of them. Haven't tried in a long time. Cow and Chicken or Ren and Stimpy? Okay. Yeah, I had no idea, John Pope. I'm really bad with history. It doesn't matter whose history it is. Just not something that I'm terribly familiar with. I think this is gonna be like one of those Lemmy Winks. It's gonna be a Lemmy Winks, it's okay. Living with our young hearts free. Just we think sinking, you will rise to victory. To victory. Oops. A little too far over there. Yeah, I bet. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with this right now. I think that's about what this does. That is very round. Holy... Okay. That is very, very curvy. Cheap. Alright, good enough. Oh my god, this looks terrible and I don't even want to finish it. I'm just like, I'm gonna keep going because I'm enjoying hanging out with you guys and I need the practice, but I think maybe this was not the best image to pick. It doesn't look terrible though. It looks bad to me. Maybe it'll look fine. I'm hoping it'll look okay to me once I have all the pieces down. But each of the parts that I'm drawing just looks bad. It doesn't look good. You know what I mean? Like looking back at Reptar, for example, like I had a really hard time with Reptar's hands. And if I'm really gonna like go back and say, okay, you know, like his drippy grandma boob fingers are not perfect. Like, yeah, I know. But like looking at him as a whole, he doesn't look weird. It was just the little parts. You know, so I'm hoping... You haven't drawn a lot of humans yet, have you? I don't think so. We did snail, snail, shrimp, shrimp, Mickey, Mickey, hamster, really fucked up, radiation-infused hamster, frogs, different frog, Mildor, Trogdor, Hinata. So I drew Hinata, she's a human, but it was just a close-up of her face. We did Tommy, I mean, kind of doesn't really count because he's a baby. Did Reptar, Ogre Magi. I'm really proud of this because I did this in like 10 minutes. Earthshaker. Does he count? He's humanoid? He's humanoid. He counts, right? That's everything we've done, so no, not really. Guess we'll never dance again. Maybe you should draw that human proportions study. What human proportions study? You say it like though you know the one everyone uses. I'm like, I don't know what you talk about, son. Yeah, this needs to be a little shorter, doesn't it? It's really hard for me to tell. Whatever, I think I'm just gonna leave it. I don't... Getting to that point where I'm like, as long as something's down on the page, I don't give a fuck. Doesn't happen every time. Oops. Kind of your first realistic human, so don't be hard on yourself. I'm having a really hard time looking at what I see and making it go on the page where it's supposed to go. This is going in a complete wrong spot. Okay. It's partially why this bit looked so weird. Now that I have a little more filled in, it's easier for me to tell like where stuff is supposed to be. And something that I always feel is difficult for myself is when the proportion, when I'm not drawing a one-to-one on a one-to-one scale, it's very difficult for my brain to maneuver around that and know, like, okay, if I'm seeing a quarter of an inch on the screen, I need to make it, you know, an eighth of an inch, or, I mean, obviously that's simplified and not always the case, but it's very hard for me. And it's something that I mention pretty much every week. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'm like, guys, I don't know. There we go. Faceless, muscled man, woman man. He'll get there. I feel like maybe his shoulder needs to be, yeah, his shoulder, here's bad. Alright, I can fix that. That looks slightly better. I know I keep drawing it and erasing it and redrawing it and erasing it. I do this every week. You're thinking that if the line's not exactly where you want it, that you've done something wrong. Yes. I know, you say this every time, and I'm telling you that my brain can't just continue on. I'm doing my best. You say this every time, like it's an easy thing to just do. Especially for someone like me who's a perfectionist. Some weeks it's harder than others. This is one of those weeks where it's just everything looks wrong, and I hate it. I'm not hating the act of drawing, I just like... It's frustrating because I don't know how to fix any of the things that I'm doing. So all I can really do is just like keep erasing it and erasing it and erasing it until I do it right. But I'm copying something. So of course when it's not perfect, I'm going to complain. And I'm going to want to erase it and try and do it again and make it look like what I'm seeing. I care a little bit less about stuff like the wings, or like if I was drawing somebody's hair and it's like all weird jaggedies all over the place, you know. It's one thing. So like this looks way too chunky, but do I give a fuck? It's his dumb wing and the artist probably just went like that, so I don't care. Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't think I agree that I'm not learning to draw, I'm only learning to copy. And I have let myself do bad drawings. But I can't see, as someone who doesn't have an artist's eye, and someone who's not used to looking for stuff, I can't just look at it and say, oh, see, well, the nose should be, you know, whatever, closer to the eyes or whatever the fuck I'm drawing. I can't look at there's no way for me to tell if I just draw something. I can't look at it and tell myself where I went wrong. How the fuck would I know? As someone who's like basically starting from scratch and has only been drawing since May 14th, how many Sundays have there been? Ready? This was all one day, so that's one. This took me 3 hours, so that's 3 hours. Here's 2. So that's 6 hours. 9. 12. 15, 18, 21, 24. I've been drawing for 26 hours if you include today. I've spent 26 hours drawing. So there's absolutely no way that I could look at something and appraise it in any sort of fashion. All I know is that it doesn't look right, but can I look at it and tell where it's gone weird? No. Probably not. Any drawing is developing the right motor skills. I mean, a lot of people when they start out by copying a drawing. That's how a lot of people learn, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But yeah, I'm gonna be hard on myself when what I'm trying to do isn't turning out the way that, like, it's not translating. I guess upset isn't the right word, but dissatisfied, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. Well, we have this half of him, and I don't think that this looks that bad. Now that once I filled in the wings and I had a better idea of what goes where. I mean, like, I still feel like his chest is a bit off. I don't think I'm ever gonna get that line the way that it is in the reference picture. Night, John Pope. Sleep well. Thank you for hanging out. Okay. I think this version of the Imperial March is really cool. Okay, so basically between these two lines is where his chin belongs. Oh, well, that's... I'm not gonna be happy with that. Okay. That is very close. Probably because this needs to come down further, maybe? I should just put the rest in and see how it goes. I feel like that's way too much. He got that big chunky face. I also feel like this side might be off. So I'm gonna try... Because I feel like getting his chin down... Well, I hope I don't get muted because I don't know where that started playing from. I hate it that it does that. Spotify is just like, oh, you're done with your playlist? Here, let me play you something else. And I'm like, no, I'm playing specific music so I don't get muted. Don't be a dick. I also don't like a lot. You don't like Spotify? I mean, it's free and there's no commercials, and I only use it for creative streams. Well, it's not free. I mean, Fred pays for it because he uses it a lot. I only use it, like, I'll use it to play 3 songs a day unless it's a creative stream. And the reason I'm using it is for the Twitch Music Library, which is all copyright-free music, and you're not supposed to get muted when you play it in your VODs, but sometimes your shit gets muted anyway, which is really annoying. And then you have to email them and be like, hey. And they're like, what? And I'm like, please. And they're like, It's my interpretation of what happens. Okay, I'm gonna try to put... I'm gonna try getting the rest of his head in here. But like, I'm not confident doing the side of his head or his ear or his neck without like his jaw figured out. I don't know why, I just feel like it would be easier for me. Yeah, it's the Twitch music library, which is why I use it. Okay, so let's see. Let's find out. It looks so weird. And his eyes would be like... there. Okay, so I think I came down way too far. Can probably put his ear in. I like this one so far. I'll add it. So the other thing is like I try when I hear stuff that I like and would listen to again, that I add it to a separate playlist. Cause there's some stuff in here that's questionable. Just like you know Urbidurbler. Urbidurbler, it's a very common sensation. Okay, this is all on a much smaller scale than what I'm seeing on the screen, so I'm gonna hunch over a lot, and I apologize. It's not terrible. Let me get the nose in there, see what happens. Although now that I drew it, I feel like it's everything's way too thin. Oops. Oops. I just erased all of that. Don't look. A lot of detail in there. Yeah. It just really throws me off because the reference picture on my screen, each of the squares is like an inch, over an inch and a quarter, and each of these squares is just an inch. So there's a lot of space. Like, I just need to shrink everything down, which is part of why I've been having trouble. That's something that's really difficult for me. My brain is like, but I see a quarter inch. I want to draw a quarter inch. And I'm like, but you can't. You have to adjust it. Okay. Alright. Now I just need to put the nose in there, and like... Okay, almost. I should put his... Okay, let me just do the nose so that I can stop thinking about the face. I can't really tell what's going on with the nose, so I'm just gonna kind of make something that actually doesn't look terrible. Because it's kind of like right on the line. I think that's not too bad. There's something weird is going on with his little, like, eye wingies. But I'll figure that out. I'll figure out his eye wingies, don't you worry. Mostly I think they need to be fatter. You think they're too long? Yeah, that's a problem with that. I see them a certain length and I want to draw them the same length. I did it with my left hand because I'm dumb. Or fatter. I think it's probably a little of both. Like, that side looks better. Let me just erase this side. It's just not doing it for me. But that side looks better if I cover that. Like, that just looks a lot better. See, like this? What is this? I don't like this. It's like too much. Too much. Too intense. Are they the same? They're like not quite the same height. This one should be a wee bit higher than the other one. That's better? I feel... this needs to come in more. That's the problem. Yeah. I found a problem and I'm flexing it. Wait, hang on. Oh fuck. Uh-oh. Hey Santo! How are you doing? This is very difficult because this is tiny. Fuck. That's better. I mean, this one is swoopy like that, and the other one is not really. But it is more, it is fatter on the bottom, this one. This one comes out further. Wish the hype friend was called Hype Fiend. I'm so, why? He's not mean, he's friendly. That's too fat. Okay, I feel like that's better. Let me give him his skull and we'll find out. Let me give him his head. Well, I think I made his head way too big. Yeah, I did. Gave him one of those DBZ skulls. That's not what I meant to do. The Hype Fiend sounds so much better. No, it doesn't. He's our friend. He's nice. I'm not making it nearly round enough. Okay, let me try this all again. There we go. That's better. I think I'm just gonna leave that because that's the closest I'm gonna get. I say as I erase it every time. Every time. There. Okay. Now to give him his little... What is that symbol? It's like a radish. Or, oh my gosh, what Pokemon is that? Which one is that? Oddish. Looks great, thank you. I think I managed to pull it out. That's looking alright. I'm dreading doing the rest of it. That's what that looks like to me. No, no. Damn it. Oh, I don't want to... Oh. I know they connect. I know they connect. This is very, very difficult. It's so tiny. And it's like weird and wiggly. Whatever, that's close enough. I don't know what's going on with that. Who's that Pokemon? It's a sun with wings. See, the grid didn't really help you do that. Well, maybe not. Who knows? This is very hard. Okay, I'm not gonna touch his head anymore. I'm gonna give him his little beefy neck piece. And we're gonna start his wing, his other wing. I don't want to do that bird, man. I don't want to do the bird. I don't have time. Like, I don't have time for that. So we're gonna pretend he's waiting for the bird to land on his arm. Your eye is developing, if you say so, Chiba. I still feel like I don't know what the fuck is going on. So yeah, I think we're gonna pretend that that bird is not fucking there. 'Cause I don't think I don't have time to draw him, and I don't think I have the patience either. It's Medivh's owl skin, not Birdman. Oh, you know the skin, or I have an, I'm stuttering all over the place. The icons. What's the eagle's name again? Avenger, I think. If what I was seeing when I was Googling was correct. His name is Avenger. But the reason that I chose that avatar in Heroes is because it looked like Birdman. I was like, yeah, man. Gonna be Birdman. Birdman! It's so fun. That's the best part of drawing this. Is I just get to go Birdman! It's so fun. Okay. So Google was correct. I'm cutting out Avenger, sorry. Sorry for all you hardcore Avenger fans. But I have to finish this wing. I've got like 40 minutes. And knowing me, like the bird is a whole project, but I couldn't find a full body picture of fucking anything today. You got the vibrato. Birdman. Just hit yourself in the chest. You can do it too. Birdman. Is that good? Is that good that I did? Oh, so silly. Okay, it just kind of like gently slopes down. All right. Now let's go let's go over the lines so the folks at home can see it. It's easier for me. Oops, well, good enough. Hey. You know what? I don't care. It's a little wobbly and that's fine. Looking pretty good, Lecta, but you seem to be missing a wing. No, we're getting the wing now. It's just... I always move left to right. Where does that stop? About there. Alright, and... Pretty beef-tastic, okay. I'm going to assume it comes up like that. Actually, it goes. I was right the first time. Ah! Yeah, I think we're up to... Actually, I can tell you guys. Just give me a second. Actually, I can't see it. Never mind. Haha! I can't see it because I have the window minimized. We're up to 76 or 77. It's not my fault. My fist was in it. That gets very thin very suddenly, unlike the other side. Okay. So by the time his arm hits, this is in like that. Comes down to like there. Okay, so not realizing I was going to cut out the bird. We didn't even need that side, but I didn't spend too long doing the grid today, so it's fine. Alright, good enough. Yeah. So now... some pretty heavy metal. Would you like some help lifting it? Went to NASA yesterday, and there's a training module called Zarya? That's awesome. I wonder how old that is. Or, like, maybe they just put that in there. Okay. Can make it a little bigger. That's a very, very straight line for a wing piece, a wingling. But you know what? We just have very straight winglings. It's okay. We're allowed to have straight, very rigid wing pieces. I'm trying to make this one fatter because it is fatter. You're gonna make a great dad. Why is that the dad measurement? I hate it! Actually, that line that I did before is not that bad. Wingalinga pieces! You know, because he's like a wingaling duck. Hoof man. Okay. I feel like that's accurate enough. And then, like, here. You're not a real dad unless you're making everyone around you laugh at your amazing jokes. Are you sure that laughter is the quality you're talking about? Oops, well, that was very thick and not in an intended fashion, but I think ultimately not a bad line. A line. Next up, Space Ghost. Well, I don't know. So I was talking about this earlier, like, my dad is really funny, but not in a, like, let me tell you a joke kind of a way. But you guys would, I mean, if we're going by the stupid dad joke, measurement, then you guys would think that I don't have a good dad. You guys wouldn't like my dad. Actually, you guys would love my dad. My dad's awesome. He's a gamer and he does a lot of the weird crap that I do. Gee, I wonder where I got it from. I think this needs to come in more murmur. He does like weird voices and impressions and silly dancing. Is that how that goes? Approximately. Alright, I just have the rest of the wing and an arm. Eh? Longest Windows update ever. I totally forgot that's where you went. Oh, that's terrible, Dukes. I promise I keep giving you a pop about my Outlook being out of date. Yeah, I don't have that. Congrats. Yeah. It's like asking Apple if you can delete the damn iWatch update or QuickTime. Can I get rid of QuickTime? No. They just give it to you in every single update. I'm really happy with the way the head ended up turning out. It's not perfect, but I don't think I'm gonna do better than that. I really want to try, but I also, like, it's just too close. Like, the only thing I want to do is just take that in, like, curve it up a little bit at the end. Like that. It's such a slight difference, but it makes me so happy. There's like one part where the line is thicker, but I have to leave that alone or I will ruin it. Ball pythons? Oh. I thought I was getting a picture of a snake. I think that's the last quote. I don't think there's a 78. Alright. I suppose let's try and get the rest of his arm and his left pec and his upper wing pieces. Should try to draw a snake. That would be really difficult. Yeah. I said no to snake after I did snail and the skin was like driving me insane. Let me lift this up so you can see a little bit better what it looks like so far. That's what we've got so far. That's a quote. That is a quote. That is a thing that I said one time. That is a thing that I said. Okay. Hold on. I gotta try and warm up my hand. My right hand is very cold. I'm just gonna sit on my hand for like a minute. Not a full minute. But just, so I have poor circulation. So because my hand's been up on the surface the whole time. I think this is looking okay. I still don't like that piece. Hey Neo, I don't even have to look.
What the fuck are you doing, Lecta?
How you doing? I think that's better. I think I fixed it. I'm okay now. I'm okay now. Because instead of trying to match what I saw there, I just made it work. Sometimes that's what you have to do. That's what I have to do anyway. How was Aladdin? I wanted to watch, but obviously I was a little busy. A little bit busy doing stuff. Ha la la. Ha la la la. So, where do I begin with this? Where do I start? I guess Peck. We'll start with Peck. Peck begins roughly here. And goes up like that. Aladdin was freaking awesome. You say that like you've never seen it before. Of course it was awesome. When movies were under 90 minutes. Yeah, man. Alright, maybe I'll start with elbow. Elbow. comes out to there. It's also got that weird elbow line. And it kind of goes in like a lemon. And that comes up. I think this is too far out, but I'm gonna go with it. Or maybe not. That goes up about to there, okay? Haven't seen it since the 90s. Wow. And I was a kid. When you're older, you understand the story more. Okay, that's way... Whoa, whoa, what is that? What the shit did I just do? Okay, hang on. It's like a UFO coming in. Okay, that's way better. That's so much better. Alright, and then I want to swoop down to roughly here. Like there-ish. No, not quite there. This is approximately where the rest of his arm goes. Which means I need to move his bicep out, which is probable. Just trying to get the forearm. I think that might be okay. Nope, it's tilted too far. There we go. I feel like that's better. Maybe? It's not terrible. I feel like it needs to curve a little more. And I do mean like a wee bit. Oh, stick a needle in my eye. I thought he said chicken needle and I was like, what's a chicken needle? What a hookah is? That's what you didn't understand? Aw, that's cute. Had you never seen Alice in Wonderland? I mean, I didn't know it was called a hookah. So let's be real. Now, since I'm making this up, this could look really bad. But I've cut out the bird. I made that too flat. Mother dicks! Alright, we've almost got it. Bye-bye, birdie. Okay. I hope that that's okay. I think that it comes down way too far, but that's fine. I can always just erase it. Meow. When, where, or why? There needs to be way more space. I think this needs to be shorter. Shorter? Does it need to be longer? Maybe I need to do the under wing bits for me to have an idea. I was trying to do like the arm shoulder first. But like if this is... Alright, let's pretend... Let's pretend it's correct. So the hand should come up and like this. Okay. Finger. That's like pretty close. Cause like the line of the pinky goes like pretty much directly up into the wing. It's a little far over. I don't even recognize this. I'm so not a Nintendo kid. I didn't grow up with that shit. This is actually turning out to be not terrible. I like all the hype. Thanks, Neo. Okay, that goes out a little more.
There is no place and no moment in history where I could stand and say, arithmetic begins here, now.
No! Dealing with very delicate lines! God! Not terrible at all. Thank you. I appreciate it. Alright, and his first knuckle is like real beefy. God, his fingers look so bad. It looks really bad. Alright, just finish it. Just do it. Maybe adding the thumb in will make it look less shitty. And I also have to remember this is on a smaller scale. Okay, I think less pointy. I have to make it come... I have to make the thumb way smaller. Like what? This hand looks way fucked. Alright, hang on. Hang on, I think I can fix it. Not if I do that, though. Hang on, we're almost. It's almost. This is very strange. What the fuck is this? Thanks for inferring my accent. Oh, you're welcome. There we go. That's better. Oops. Sorry for hitting the microphone. No! Saved? Saved? This is very hard for me to see. I don't have my head in the camera, I'm sorry, I'll move it in a second. I don't know what's happening now. It's getting all screwed up. Whatever, that's gonna have to be good enough. Yeah, I mean, I know hands are hard, but I always feel like because it's a cartoon, it should be easier. I feel like I'm just screwing it up now. Alright, let's make the bracer, the rest of the bracer. Just 2 lines for here. Alright, weird lemon arm man. Alright, now... I'm gonna try and make the pinky curl. Just a little bit bigger. And that's kind of not how it goes, but whatever, I don't care anymore. We don't care! Now I just gotta get his shoulder. You still suck at hands? I'm sure your hands are lovely. Part of me wants to put in a speech bubble like, "Come, Avenger!" Like, we're waiting for you. Like, this seems so tiny, but it... I think probably the fist needed to come... Like, the top knuckle needed to come out to, like, here. Like, his hand... This hand is way small. Do I fix it, though? When I draw characters, their hands usually look like mittens. Maybe you should just draw people with mittens on their hands. Do all winter drawings. Just do it. Everything's winter. It's all winter. I've got 10 minutes. Do I fix it? Kinda wanna fix it. Because otherwise that's all we have to do. Why not? You know what? Let's try it. Jeez, speech bubble. Batman! The back of his hand needs to be longer too. Like, I think this is fine. It's just his hand is way bigger. Okay. You meant the wrist? Okay, good. When that happens to me, I have to like put it on the page and then I look at it and go, now I know what to do. So does that, like, this is the pec, right? Does that seem like the right, that seems like a better proportion. His hands are longer. I'm glad that I decided to finish this, or fix this. Especially since it's like so close to his head, and his head actually turned out pretty good, considering how tiny it is. And of course, when I'm done, I will hold it up to the good camera so you can see better. Alright, so the thumb should actually be like here. Okay, so that's his thumb. Could be a little too fat, but for right now, that's how it's gonna be. So this knuckle, the first knuckle should come out like to there. I think. And come up about there, maybe. Can you see those yet? See what? Oh, the thumbs up? Yeah. Would you sometime try shading? No. Of course, eventually I will try shading, but as we discussed earlier, I'm only 27 hours into trying to draw. And when I started trying to do shading and this and that, and like I tried to do everything all at once, and I just needed to bring it back and focus on like smaller things first. Easier things first. I think I fucked this thumb up. This was a very weird way to do this. I know it's not really a straight line down, but I'm gonna make it one anyway. Would you try colored pencil? No, that doesn't erase well at all. Oops. Okay. Alright, let's try this again. What's going wrong here? Everything? Is it everything? With a U? Nuh-uh. You weird British person. No, I'm too small again. This is becoming difficult. Okay, I think I got this. I got this, guys. Eh? Ain't no queens round here. Queen's English. Yes, I am the queen of the hype, and the queen of the hype says, spell it however the fuck you want, I don't care. But you're not allowed to be cranky when people don't spell it with a U. Biscuits? He's munching on biscuits, guys. Okay, this looks better. What the fuck? It's too small still. Like, that needs to... This is so hard. Wow, this song is terrible. Ugh. We'll call it with, spell it with a W then. No! I meant Nero. Ghost Stalker. How are you? I'm sorry that I'm leaning so far into here. This is it's really hard for me to see. Fucking fist. Ooh. Distracted, but getting back on the productivity horse. How about you? Pretty good. I got more of my to-do list done today. You know what? I know that one of those... Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Good enough! And then just add his stupid thumb. And then, gonna call it. Where's the thumb go? Done. I know that the hand is not perfect. It's better than it was. And once I look at it a different day, I will be fine with it. I could mess with it forever. But here's what it looks like, you guys. Actually, let me put it on. Hang on. Not this one. Oh, you're backwormy. That's what it looks like. Yeah! That's great. Oh, thank you. That's good. You like it. Good job! Ah, man. That was like torture, because if you look at all these lines individually, they're so weird. I had to do so many weird lines that made no sense to my brain, but it came out pretty fucking well. And now we will close the pencil day. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But yeah, guys, I did it. Woo! Birdman! Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. My hand is upset now. Because that was so tiny little details in the face and everything, but I think his face turned out pretty good. Thank you guys so much. You're buying oatmeal tonight because reasons. Okay. I hope you like oatmeal. I personally don't really care for it. Like if I go camping or hiking or something and that's what we have to eat, I'll eat it, but I've tried eating it at home and I just, something about it, like I can't get past a couple of spoonfuls. Like maybe a very rare occasion. Shows the whole notebook again. I did this night, in fact, I did earlier. Santo, you know what? You pick one drawing. I will show you one drawing. Because it's a little bit past 10. I want to rest my hand. You like flavored sugary oatmeal? I do not. I like the apple. The apple kind is better. Milton Mouse. Okay, you got it. Where's Milton? Here he is. There you go, there's Milton Mouse. Hype shrimp, best drawing. That's true. You guys do love the hype shrimp. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. Once I started getting more of him down on the page, it got easier. Because I had more to base the other lines on. But I feel like that one was really hard. Like that was very difficult for me. Whew, I gotta learn how to pick easier stuff. Chiba, I'm gonna say, like, I don't know when to stop using the grid. It's like, it's a safety thing now. Anyway, we don't have to talk about that. Do you guys want to raid? Also, for those of you who weren't here earlier, look at this drawing of Patty Mayonnaise and look how good this is. I know Neo wants to raid. Yeah. He got very excited. I don't even know who's on, but we'll see. Oh boy. Okay, do you guys want to go to... We have Heroes of Fitness doing cooking on a budget show. I don't know how much longer they're gonna go. But it looks like they just got... They either just got started or just finishing? I'm not sure. We have LeMayo Show playing PUBG. Or Morneal, and he is doing a live DJ set. So, type 1 for Heroes, 2 for LeMayo Show, 3 for Morneal. They're finishing up? Alright, so don't type 1 for Heroes, type 2 for LeMayo Show, or 3 for Morneal. Thank you, Ghost Stalker. I knew who you meant. I knew who you meant. I mean, LeMayo Show is packing up damn chicken dinners! Maybe, I don't know. 2 or 3? Neo, not helpful. You're the one who's like, raid! I want to raid! And then you can't even pick one? I'm teasing you. Alright, let's go to LeMayo Show then. Ow! LeMayo Show. I'll be off my break soon anyways. But have you a good night. Thank you so much! Oops, that's not a command. I do that a lot. Raid LeMayo Show. So for those of you who don't know how raid works, I want you to copy and paste the stuff that's in caps with the scorpion. And then when you see me, like, go to their channel, be there, lurk there, don't say anything, don't let them know that you're there. And then when you see me in their chat, say, is the Court of the Hype ready for a fight? You respond with fight like meerkats or die like scorpions. You just, like, spam it. I want to fill up their chat and freak them out. Get freaky. And then if you want to go do other things, you feel free. You go do whatever you've got to do. MZ, have a wonderful night. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I will be back tomorrow doing more Batman Arkham Origins. Alright, darlings. Go for the raid. Go for the raid now. We're gonna go for the raid. Oh my god. Neo, don't get globaled.